More than 800 valiant warriors descended upon La Mirada, California, hungry for victory. One by one, the challengers entered the arena, testing their mettle and seeing how far they can go against the best of the best to see who would become the 2GG Prime Saga Smash Bros. Ultimate Champion. When the dust settled, the pack was narrowed down to the top 128 players who would progress through to the double elimination knockout bracket. The youngest top-tier player in the competition, Soda Zackray Okada, hailing all the way from Japan, tore through the group stages, going undefeated and qualifying for the knockout stages at the top of his group.
Look at the hands on the chest for Zackray, really collecting himself. You can already tell how highly he respects his opponent.
Because Zackray knows.
Yeah.
Zackray, he was always been a fan of the game even before he stepped into being the best in Japan.
The Americans Nico and Void and Dutch player Mr. R all fell to Zackray in the winner's bracket on his way to face the legendary Canadian brawl player, Ally. The winner's semifinal was electric, as both players positioned themselves perfectly, exchanging stock after stock and game after game. An unfortunate mismove that resulted in a dropped stock in Game 2 was the beginning of the end for Ally. Zackray's Wolf ultimately proved far too strong for Ally's Solid Snake, winning the series 3-1. Zackray advanced to the winner's bracket finals, where he would take on fellow Japanese competitor Shuton. After topping his pool in the group stage part of the tournament, Shuton Moria entered the knockout stage on the opposite side of the bracket from his friendly rival, Zackray. Shuton began the knockout stage by dismantling the American players Charlie DeKing and Nairo 3-0 apiece. Shuton then came up against his first real test of the tournament, the American player Light. This match could easily have been the grand finals of the entire tournament. Game after game, both players traded stocks, proving that they were evenly matched. Ultimately, it would be Shuton who would emerge victorious after capitalizing on an insane combination of attacks that resulted in Light's Fox being launched from the game's arena. The winner's bracket semifinals saw him match up against the Japanese player T. While T's Pac-Man was formidable, ultimately Shuton won the match with a score of 3-2, advancing to the winner's bracket finals. Shuton versus Zackray. Olimar versus Wolf. The all-Japanese winner's bracket final was poised to be one of the most explosive matches of the tournament.
Going crazy off stage, neutral air.
And let's trap situation is now.
1, 2, 3.
Doesn't go for the up smash, Kotaro.
Gonna go off stage and do neutral air. Yes, there it is.
Oh my God, Zackray makes it into the winner's side of Grand Finals here at Prime Saga. Congratulations.
Zackray handily won the match 3-0, securing his place in the Grand Finals. Shuton fell to the loser's bracket, where he once again found his toughest international competitor, Light. After narrowly defeating Light when they met earlier in the tournament, this time, Shuton was prepared. This time, he knew exactly what Light was trying to do. Shuton took the match 3-1 in what will become a masterclass lesson for the Olimar versus Fox matchup. With the win over Light, Shuton secured his ticket to the Grand Finals in a rematch with his fellow Japanese player, Zackray. When they left Japan, bound for the United States, neither Shuton nor Zackray knew that they would find themselves facing off against each other in the Grand Finals of the 2GG Prime Saga. Both players fought through the winner's bracket, dismantling all opponents that came before them, until they were the last two players remaining in the tournament. After Zackray previously won 3-0, and generally being considered Japan's best player, Shuton entered the finals with something to prove, and quickly found himself 2 games up in the first match.
Fantastic again by Shuton. Not getting it 100% of the time, but most of the time. 70, 80%.
Oh my God.
Oh my What happened? Yo, I think they switched bodies, man. Captain Ginyu style. Like,
3.0.
I don't know what's going on right now. Where Shuton is just going on a rampage.
Shuton is a monster.
Yeah.
Shuton is so smart.
Pikmin? Is that? Okay, I thought that was a blue Pikmin.
He wants a little bit more damage. But great job again.
Purple back air.
Shuton with the reset over Zackray. A consistent winning streak right here. 3-0. Putting Zackray into the loser's bracket. And right now, Zackray, he's going to have to dig deep, man.
With the bracket reset, both players were on an even footing. A single match would determine who would be champion. Feeling the pressure of the match and overcome with exhaustion, Zackray, in a move of desperation, switched characters from his main wolf to Lucina, a character he played only once earlier in the tournament.
Guys, I think this is a very good character to pick against Olimar, especially for edge guarding.
Uh-oh. And now looking at the strengths of this character, Lucina, especially when your opponent's damage gets higher, down tilt becomes an amazing tool. You can use that for tech chases, and that could potentially net a forward smash, which forward smashes Lucina's, if I'm not mistaken, her strongest KO tool, reliable one right there, you know, on the ground. If she gets that forward smash, man, you gotta watch out, buddy.
After a hard-fought battle, Shuton took Game 1 to lead the final match 1-0. Game 2 saw Zackray respond with the confidence that carried him through the entire tournament, propelling him to defeat Shuton, bringing the match to 1 apiece. Unfortunately, Zackray's resurgence would be short-lived as he succumbed to exhaustion and dropped the following 2 games. Shuton proved that raw mechanical talent is no substitute for experience, winning the match 3-1 and becoming the tournament champion. Congratulations, Shuton. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Arena Esports.